You come from banking background, but your whole kind of journey.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was quite a journey. Lots of innovation done, and a lot of interesting and exciting people that I've met and worked with along the way. Funny you mentioned the podcast. You must be talking about Samir Azizi's podcast. So that's my friend from undergrad that we've and now we've ended up in the same space. So he's doing crypto, I'm doing crypto. So we always have a lot to talk about. And but yeah, my journey. I studied math and statistics in my undergrad at UC Santa Barbara. Beautiful place. Wish I could stay there forever, but it was time to go. Um, Worked at Wells Fargo right out of college. Actually, I started when I was still back in college. Um, really enjoyed anything banking and finance related. But one thing that has always stood out to me is how antiquated and just inefficient the banking rails, but really even the banking app interfaces for the employees of the banks. I was working at Wells Fargo at that time, and the interface, it was like maybe 2012, but the interface looked like it was from 2000, which is probably when it was built. And so that was kind of the first um, impression that I learned. It's like, okay, well, why is this so old? Why is this so antiquated? And just through my journey after, since my job and my career start at Wells Fargo, I started working as a software engineer and really have been focused on crypto for mostly for the whole time with a quick stunt in logistics, but that's a whole different story. Um, but yeah, so after Wells Fargo, I picked up coding. I learned a lot in my undergrad, so it was kind of an easy transition. First job that I was able to get in as a software engineer, I was the founding engineer, which is actually pretty funny because I was pretty fresh, but that was enough for us to build a platform called Coinstarter during the time of the ICOs. It was a more of a like a crowdfunding platform where it had the social media element and funding element where people could fund projects with crypto. So it was an exciting time. We helped a lot of businesses raise a lot of money. It's it was a wild time with all of the ICOs and stuff, but that was really my first big crypto project company. So that was an exciting time. Worked on a number of other projects in payments and logistics startups, and then a friend of mine who actually worked at Wells Fargo with they were starting out I Trust Capital, and at that time, crypto IRA was not a thing. So, in the United States, the retirement accounts are very regulated, so you have to be very careful with what you put in there. And there's something called self-directed retirement account. Um, uh, and it's a little bit more flexible there. And the founders have figured out the way to put crypto inside of an IRA, and it's been it's been an uphill battle of grind for the first couple of years. Definitely wasn't easy, but once we found the product market fit, it was pretty smooth sailing, minus the choppy market that definitely doesn't help. But yeah, at iTrust, we onboarded, I think, over 100,000 people in the United States into crypto IRAs. We actually coined one of the team members, Anthony, coined the term crypto IRA, which is also exciting because I think that's going to be a thing for decades to come, and people are going to name it, and it's so proud. I mean, I wish I came up with that, but Anthony did. So that's really exciting. It was exciting to work on that. So I spent almost 4 years at iTrust Capital. We really improved the product, made it where it is today. And scaled the company, raised $130 million, $1.3 billion valuation. Very, very exciting time. We went through some of the, I think, most exciting times that a startup can experience. And we got to a point where it wasn't really a startup anymore. The people were, coming to the office to do their job, clock out at 5 p.m., go home, and it's become a full-fledged company that is not a startup, that we couldn't treat as a startup anymore. So uh it went on for about maybe 6 months to a year, and I started getting an itch of, well, the market is in the bear market, and you know that you have to build in the bear. So, um, you know, uh, myself and a few other people from I Trust, well, we figured we got to build something of our own. We got to start something new. So we started with a company called Trust Tech. It's a B2B2C infrastructure. The idea there was, any company like iTrust who has retail individuals, um, they have to go through a whole number of things, and I mean, onboarding, KYC, wallet management, custody, trading, and all of these elements are very similar, if not the same, across all of these platforms that are retail facing. So what we did, we created kind of a template of technology infrastructure that plugs into all of the necessary vendors that anybody can replicate. And now you don't have to worry about managing 50, 60 vendors. You can just plug into Trust Tech and then operate and get your product off the ground in 2 weeks instead of a year. So that was the initial idea. We built it out, iterated a lot. We've been very flexible with what we build, and how we build it, to make sure it's talk to clients, make sure that we collect clients' feedback, and we build what people want, not just what we think people want. So customer surveys were very important piece. On top of Trust Tech, we went to a Consensus Hackathon, hosted by Easy A guys. I mean, and if you haven't been, if people haven't been, I would strongly encourage you to come out, because it's one of a kind of experience. You don't have to be an engineer to go. You can just show up, wanting to build something, and find a technical partner, co-founder, whatever, and build something in 3 days, and then you get to show